Quad Cortex. Randall. Looky, looky, I got cookies. Not really. So, this is that DIAVLO that was modded by AMM Amplified. And what I did is I used my Jet City attenuator to go ahead and basically do captures with. So I'll show you that here in a minute. I did a few captures of it, channel 3 and channel 2. Channel 2 being more the crunch and channel 3 being the high gain stuff. I got my amp selector on, so one is on the Quad Cortex running the power station, so we got 2 power running this. And then number 2 is going to be the Randall. I also do have my precision drive over here, so I'll have that on and off. We got the E906 and SM57, and we'll just check it. Yeah, so here's that attenuator. So this is a jet attenuator. I think these go for like 120 bucks or something. But it's super simple. It has the speaker out, you know, and different impedances for the amp outs. And then you have a line out. And you can take this line level and put in as much as you want into the Quad Cortex when I'm doing the capture. And I've had a lot of great luck with this thing to get the natural captures of stuff. And I've used this plenty of times too, and this does great as well if I want to add color. This one's great for just getting whatever I'm trying to capture, which is usually the case that you want. So yeah, this thing is awesome. I love it. I suggest it. I do not suggest the Bugera version of this. I think it's a piece of crap. And who knows, this might be the same stuff that's in the Bugera, but I know that this is pretty transparent whenever I use it. And using it just for an attenuator itself, I love it as well. But yeah, there's that. I just wanted to show you that before we go on. All right, welcome back to the show. So today we got the Randall DIAVLO, and I got my Quad Cortex here behind me, but I am screen recording so you guys can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And I'll switch between these two and show you guys what they sound like. I'm pretty happy with this capture. It's going through, you know, obviously I'm going through my power station here. It's got KT88s if you care. But it is an absolute killer power amp. And that, using my Quad Cortex through that, it's a force to be reckoned with. And I'm a total tube guy all the way. So there had to be some kind of tube situation in that equation for me. All right, so let's go ahead and hear these and see what they sound like. I'm not going to tell you which one I'm on. Maybe you can see it, maybe not. But I did the capture of this on channel 3 without the onboard boost on. Okay, and I am pushing it with my precision drive. So the precision drive is pushing both the amp and the Quad Cortex capture. All right, so we have apples to apples for the most part. All right, let's try it. All right, so there's the first one. Now let's do the second one. you go. So between those two, which one do you think was the Quad Cortex and which one was the Randall, huh? A little tough to figure out, right? Can you really tell a difference? You know, like if you're going through a cab and you got mics on them and they're both pushing power amps and stuff, it's pretty tough. This is probably as close as you're going to get to having a capture that is going to get the feel of an actual tube amp using a power tube amp. So my Quad Cortex is back here, but obviously you can see it up on the screen here. And by the way, if you guys want these captures, you can go here, DMDQC, go check it out over there, and all of them will be up here. I'll just go through my captures and show you guys what they sound like. I'm pretty happy with these, to tell you the truth. So let's keep going. I'll show you what these sound like and just kind of go back and forth between the amp and the captures, and I'll have some fun. Let's go back over here to my capture just to show you guys. The only things that I have going here is, it's going out of out 3, and then I got the DIAVLO no boost channel 3 going on here. And nothing's touched with the EQ. I don't have global EQ on at all. And I do have the gain reduction, or not the gain reduction, noise reduction in the input. So that's the only kind of effect that I have on this, just to kind of clean things up. Here, I'll show you what it sounds like without it. So let's see. There you go. It's not that bad, but there is some noise that is introduced to it. But I mean, why not put that on? All right. I mean, with this precision drive, it sounds sick, man. Spoiler alert, this is probably the best capture that I did of this. So this is it's only going to be downhill from here. So just go over to my Quad Cortex and just, go ahead and download that. Damn, I love that sound. All right, let's go over to, where's my mouse? Okay, here it is. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Here's the captures right here. As you can see, I've done a crap load of captures. Let's go back. We're going to have to turn off the boost, and then we'll use the onboard boost. So we'll use this one with the cut mids. Right now I'm in auditioning mode, so as soon as I click it, as long as it's highlighted and kind of bouncing like that, that means it's on. So let's go ahead and turn off the precision drive. All right, and that's on. And then we'll go to the Randall and turn on the boost. The mids are down. Let's see how close it is. All right. So right now we're on the Randall. All right. Now the Quad Cortex. All right, so I am noticing that this capture is a little darker sounding. I did mess with the EQ some whenever I was doing this, but let's go ahead and add some treble to it. Okay, let's go up to there. Okay, the Randall. That's pretty close. Okay, let's add a little more treble. And the Randall. It's pretty close. I'm not as convinced with that one as I was the other one. Let's go ahead and check out the second one. So we're on the Randall right now. And let's go back to the Quad Cortex, see what we got. Oh, here we go. It sounds like there's a little more presence going on in the actual amp. Not much. Again, I think I have to bring up the boost or the treble. So let's see. Quad Cortex. Randall. That's pretty close actually. So I think there's a little too much treble in it. Quad Cortex. Randall. Maybe there's a tad more gain on the amp compared to the capture. So let's give it a little more gain too. Randall. Right there. That right there sounds pretty damn close. All right, that was the Randall. This is the Quad Cortex. And Quad Cortex again. To tell you the truth, I want to get a little more of the presence on the actual power amp, just to get that little bit of bite. And the Randall. I mean, that's pretty damn close. I'm digging that. So with these captures, you basically got the DIAVLO, and this is modded too. So a modded Randall DIAVLO 100. Not too many people have that out there, do they? All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. Let's do the ones with the mids. All right, so let's go to the Quad Cortex. And this one's supposed to have pushed mids. So let's listen to that. So the amp is actually scooped, and this is what that sounds like. Now this one sounds like it's just heavier in the lows, which makes sense because it's scooped. Let's push the mids and see what it sounds like now. And Quad Cortex. I still feel like the treble is missing just a tad here. And I might have pushed the treble a little bit since I've done these captures. I did them yesterday, the captures, but then I came back the next day, which is today, and shot this video. So that's the amp, or no, that's Quad Cortex. This is the amp. And Quad Cortex. You know, really it's all about like if a certain amp gives you that inspiration and you can catch that inspiration into a quad cortex capture, then I think that's what's important. So what I will do is I will go ahead and do some Tonex captures of this as well. I didn't have them ready for the video, so sorry about that. And maybe I can make it work out that I can do a small video of the comparison between the Tonex captures and this. But if the inspiration is there, man, which this is giving it to me. Like, let's see. Okay, on the QC. Now does it, it's like, it's always just that little bit of feel that I'm missing in it. So here's the amp. And it's like the reaction time. It's the reaction time of me hitting the strings, and the latency between a digital modeler and the sound coming out is just like, it's very minute. But it's enough to throw a guy who's just used tube amps, and that's why they get to this, and it's like, I don't know, man, it just doesn't attack like I'm used to, and I get that. That is an issue with the digital stuff for sure. But we're getting closer. Let's go over to channel 2. Now this one should be exactly the same as I left it after I did the capture. So let's go over to, let's see, boost channel 2, and this is more of a crunch tone. All right, there we go. And this is the Randall. Oh, turn that boost off. There you go. All right, now let's go over to the QC. Haven't touched anything. This is what it sounds like. Oh, you know what? I do remember doing the 666 with this one. So let me try that. Okay, let's go back over to the amp. Huh. The capture is way clearer. This is a very dark amp. I really have to push the presence and the treble to get it to really come through. But it's so dark, man. Pushing the treble up. QC. Yeah, it has the feel of it, but the EQ is definitely different. Which I like the QC capture better than the channel 2 on this, to tell you the truth. Now, let's go ahead and boost it. There we go. That's pretty sick. And with the boost on, let's go over to the Randall. I mean, this is super deep. And that sounds great too. Going back over to the QC. Turn off the boost. Okay, and the Randall again. Bringing in the mids. QC. The capture didn't do that great as far as getting a 1-to-1. It just sounds way brighter than this amp could ever be, which is not a bad thing, to tell you the truth. I think it's a great sounding crunch. It's definitely something to download once you guys actually go to the Cortex Cloud and check them out. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with this, man. It's an awesome amp. I definitely wanted to make sure I had this always in my Cortex Cloud so I can always download it whenever I wanted to. And I do have that DIAVLO feel, that inspiration whenever I play these. So I think it's pretty damn good. I think that was all of them, right? Let me just triple check the mids one here. I don't know if I did that one. Boost is off, good. Because this means the onboard boost is on. So if you go through these, if it doesn't say that the boost is on, or if the boost is not on, then the boost is on, okay? So this one's supposed to have mids in it. I think it sounds freaking awesome, man. And again, I used my attenuator as the middle ground between the actual amp and the capture for the QC, so that's what I used. I think it works very well. But that's it. If you guys got any questions about anything, hit me up. You know where to catch me. DMD out. And yes, I am doing the thing with the Randall. There's my attenuator again for the Tonex. So there'll be those captures too.